The following feature presentation is part of the All for Sci-Fi Podcast Network.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
If you only knew the power of the dark side. Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
No. I am your father.
I'll be back.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. It's a trap! The needs of the many outweigh
The needs of the few.
for the one.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Live long and prosper.
Get away from her, you bitch! Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine? Out of a DeLorean?
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Take it away.
Goodbye.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Stop saying that!
I see dead people.
So what?
I'm rude.
You said that.
Why so serious?
I volunteer as tribute.
What I do is not up to you.
Chewie. We're home.
I'm one with the Force. The Force is with me. I'm one with the Force, and the Force is with me. I'm one with the Force, and the Force is with me.
Are you one with the Force? Is the Force with you?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Welcome to the All for Sci-Fi weekly webcast. I'm your host, Eric Walker.
And I am
And-
Captain Rickster or Trickster, or let's still call me
Wait
Rick
a minute. Who's next to me?
I have no idea.
Yeah, guys, we got a great show, don't we, Captain?
Yes, we do.
Rickster or Trickster, don't call you what?
Late for dinner.
Late for dinner. Yeah. We do have a great show, and it might be long because we're gonna review The Flash.
Oh, yes.
I don't know if you saw The Flash yet, but it came out yesterday,
Yes, it did.
and we're gonna review the latest episode of Silo.
Yep.
And we're also gonna review the premiere episode of Star Trek: Strange New Worlds.
Yep.
And boy, is it a strange new world. How was your week, Captain Rickster?
Tiresome, as usual.
Why are you tired?
I get up too early in the morning to come to work.
Well, then maybe you should come in later.
I don't think so. When I get yelled at for not opening up early.
Okay. So what are we going to do this week? What is this week's unboxing
Oh,
toy?
this one right here.
Okay.
Oh, so let's get over here so that people can see it.
Yes. Ooh, I like that one. What's it? It's who is it? It's Antok
Talk
Merrick.
Merrick. Yep, Antok Merrick.
What's he from? The Black Series, of course. Rogue One,
Mm-hmm.
a Star
Rogue
Wars
One.
story. So Antok Merrick. So we're gonna do this as the official unboxing today,
Yep.
in between all the other stuff, because we are gonna unbox a new toy and give a rating for that every week.
Yes,
So
we do.
let's see who's Blue Harvest was
And
here.
he's almost got himself caught up.
Oh, hey, Mike's here. Hey, Mike, what's going
Hey,
on?
Mike, how you doing today, buddy?
Yeah. Captain Rickster, lean in towards your mic. They say they
Okay.
can't hear you.
Oh, they can't hear me. How they can hear me now?
There
huh?
you go.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Oh, I just lost my IG.
It's IG11, IG12 or something. I don't know.
It just went flying.
But yeah, Mike's here. Hey, Mike, how you doing? We're going to be going to Disneyland on Thursday, June 29th, right before I leave. The next week I leave to go to London.
Yep.
So this week's announcements, let's talk about it. I'm going to be at the London Film and Comic Con, July. I leave to go to London on July 5th, but the Comic Con is the 7th, 8th, and 9th.
Yes.
So everybody out there in London or the UK, I'm going to be at the London Film and Comic Con the 7th, 8th, and 9th. Blue Harvest Toys, by the way, is in London. So hopefully Blue Harvest Toys, we could somehow get you there. And he said hello there, but hopefully we could somehow figure out a way to get you a media pass, because I'm going to speak to them about that as well. So yeah, we got a lot to talk about today. That's for sure.
That's definitely sure.
And I thank you, Mike. Mike will be joining us. We always have such a great time with Mike.
Yes, I know we do.
At Disneyland. So
that's what I like about Mike. Have a great time with him.
Oh, Tamora Morrison's going to be there. That's great.
Oh, great.
I haven't. I've never run into him at a Comic-Con yet, so that'd be great to see him. I want his autograph. I'm sure you do, Captain Rickster. He is the Boba Fett and the clone for everything. That's Jango Fett, everything. That's great.
That is true.
That is awesome. So, that's one major announcement. Last week, we were out at Rocketown Comic-Con in Lompoc. It surprised me. It was a decent, for being such a small town, it was a decent con. Sunday was better than Saturday and there was a reason. I think everybody, there was a rumor going on in the town that none of us were going to show up.
And they couldn't believe that this small town was going to have a comic book show there.
Was going to have all these Star Wars actors there. And it's not really a comic book show, but they didn't believe that all of us was going to come out there. And we did, because it's only two hours drive, two and a half with traffic. So we showed up, and it was definitely busier on Sunday, which is better. Wasn't a great show, but it was a good show. It was run well.
It was run well.
Rob and everybody out there who did the show, you guys ran the show great.
That's right.
Not a problem with any of that there. But
there was 18 of us there.
There was that's the other thing. There was too many actors there.
Yeah, one too many.
So Rob, if you ever see this online later, don't have that many actors show up. Unless it's a bigger show, then it's okay to have over 20 actors there.
Right.
Like if they talked about doing it at the Chumash Casino, which is an Indian casino. They might sponsor it next year at the Chumash Casino.
That'd be great.
Which is in Solvang. If they do that, you're going to get all the people that come to the casino as well. Then you could have more actors there.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully, because apparently one of the elders at that Indian casino, from the Indian casino, came to the show and was surprised there was that. He was shocked and he liked it, and he said, "We want to sponsor it next year, and maybe have it at the casino. You do that, it's going to be great."
You'll find me.
Plus, we can gamble.
You'll find me where all you can eat.
Of course, Captain Rickster in his stomach. He's got to have those square meals every day. That's true. That's true. That's true. So yeah. So we're going to talk about the Flash today. What do you want to talk about first? You want to talk about Silo or Star Trek: Strange New Worlds?
Let's go Silo first.
Okay, let's talk about Silo. I think there's only 10 episodes.
Yes.
This was episode 8.
Yep.
At All for Sci-Fi, as you know, we have an official rating of 0 to 5 stars. 5 stars is the best. If it's 3 stars or less, we don't recommend it. This week's episode of Silo gets an official All for Sci-Fi rating of, I'm going to give it 4.5 stars. What do you give it, Captain Rickster?
I'm going to agree with you on this one.
4.5 stars. It is, Captain. What? Uh-oh.
Yeah,
does that mean violence?
No, violence.
1, 2, 3.
No, wow. Yeah,
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, here's my teeth.
Where does teeth go?
Over that way.
He's not supposed to agree with me. Dang it. Hey, Stan Solo's here.
Hi,
Hey,
Stan.
Stan's out in Canada. Say hello to Stan. So we have Canada, we have England, and all we need now is Africa and Uganda and Australia next. So 4.5 punches. 4.5. That was funny. That was funny. Yeah. So Silo, let's talk about it. The show's getting better. It's very, oh my goodness. This week's episode, you thought it was going to be Common, the character Common, who was like the head of judicial. You thought it was going to be him who was behind all, and ended up being the guy who's the mayor temp right at the end.
Right.
And it was shocking because he was playing like he was on her side the whole time. Then he ended up being the one that everybody's afraid of.
Right.
And more stuff's coming out about the Silo, about how they have cameras in everybody's room behind the mirrors, and They're just trying to get rid of all the stuff from the past, so people don't want to go outside. So that's the reason for all that. So
Yes, that's true.
the acting's great. Everything's great about this show. The music's good. Can't wait to see where it goes, because right now they were acting like she said she went to go out into the cornfields to talk with the mayor pro tem right at the end, Captain Richter, and Common end up showing up there, and then that's when she finds out that they're in cahoots with each other and he's in charge. He's really the person pulling the strings, even above everything. Right. And he said, "Did I hear you say you wanted to go out?" And then the mayor goes, "Did you," to Common, "did you hear her say that? You heard her say she wants to go out." And she goes, "I didn't say I want to go out." Because when you say you want to go out, they have to let you go out.
Let you go out, yeah.
So they go, I did hear her say that. So I'm a witness. So they're trying to get her to throw her outside, like, because you die when you go outside.
Yeah.
Supposedly. We're going to find out later something else is going on.
Well, maybe she might shoot them both.
I think. Well, right at the end, she got away from them somehow when they were coming up the stairs. Yeah, it's the law. You can't say that.
I know.
You can't say you want to go out. It's the law. Otherwise, you have to put you out.
That's
so right at the end, when they were walking her back, and she somehow hit the other deputy sheriff had his hand attack thing, and she somehow got loose and she jumped over.
Oh, really?
Over the thing, the silo thing, walking up. She jumped over the only way down. I don't know if she died or not, and then it ended. So it didn't show her fall, just saw her jump over, and it ended. It's a good show.
Talk about being intense.
It's an intense show. I have a feeling that the outside is okay too, Stan. I agree with you.
I do too.
But I think they're poisoning them in those suits. So if they could somehow get rid of the suit and really quick and take the mask off, I think they'll survive. So if she gets it off quicker, I think they're poisoning them. That's why they're dropping dead like that. So I don't know.
We'll see.
And the reason why everybody cleans, they ask if you'll clean like this right here, like the camera that everybody sees, is because it gets dirty. And the reason why everybody says they're not going to clean is because they don't need to, but it's so beautiful. They want everybody to see it because everything's normal outside. That's why they clean. But I think they're poisoning them. That's why you saw the sheriff and his wife before that drop dead.
Yep.
I don't know. We'll find out. If she survives because she figures it out somehow, and it's doesn't get poisoned from that suit, which is my theory anyway.
Right.
She'll be okay. So there you have it. 4.5 stars. We agreed, and you got 4.5 punches, Captain Richter.
Yeah. Now my teeth are loose.
Now your teeth
I had
are
to go
loose.
pick them back up a minute ago.
Yeah. Well, let's go right on into the next one. Let's get into Star Trek Strange New Worlds.
That's right, yeah.
This is the premiere episode, and may everybody live long and prosper, of course, in the trekking world. Stan, let's see what Stan's saying. I was thinking we see them die. It's a virtual screen, but my theory makes more sense. It's just a theory. And Mike says, I think so too. Remember the sheriff cleaned, then there was a momentary glitch, and everyone was with the green trees. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
That's right. And he also took his mask off too before he died.
Right, but I just think they do something to them. I don't know. It's my theory, and it might be that a glitch like Stan is saying, and maybe they do something else. I don't know. Who knows with the technology? Because we did see they have all that other room that has all the cameras and stuff. So maybe who knows what they're doing. Just like we all know the moon landing never happened, and they faked that. No, I'm just joking. It happened.
It happened, yes.
All the crackpots that think it didn't happen. It makes you wonder though. But we're going back there, right?
Yes.
And to the moon soon, so we'll find out.
What
right?
they say.
But they still wouldn't tell the truth.
No, I would never tell the truth. No. I think they don't tell the truth about UFOs.
Should we go ahead and jump right into Strange New Worlds? Or you want to do the unboxing?
No.
Let's do the unboxing
Strange
next.
New Worlds.
By the way, I wanted to share this with everybody, but I got this as part of Return of the Jedi's 40th anniversary. Hasbro released a special edition version of Darth Vader, and it's Revenge of the Jedi on it. So I got this. I'm going to try to get another one of these so we can unbox it as well when we do the unboxings. But this one is such great condition. I don't think I want to open this one. Let's see if I get another one, and then we could open it as well. But apparently, Darth Vader's has more of a red look to it,
Right.
like Revenge. And then they changed the name to Return of the Jedi. Okay. Hey, Green Leader's here.
No.
Good evening, Green Leader.
Hi, Green Leader.
Nice to see you.
Been
It's been a while. Welcome back.
Yes.
Okay, so let's get into it. Let's blow the horn, the Ewok horn.
Ow.
Ow, you
That was
okay?
my ear.
That was
Wow.
that was your ear, Captain Rickster.
Wow.
Oh man,
Huh?
it
What?
was the Ewok.
I can't hear
It
you.
was the
Wow, wow,
Ewok
wow.
doing the blowing the horn thing. Okay.
Yeah, he's blowing his horn. All right. Whew.
Wow. Sorry about that, guys. Okay.
Next time, warn me so I can take my headphones off.
I know. Happy Life Day too.
Yeah, really.
Okay, let's get into it. Oh, okay. Star Trek, Strange New World. Let's give the rating first, like we always do. 0 to 5 stars. 5 stars, great. The best. 3 stars. No, don't watch it. This premiere episode of Star Trek: Strange New Worlds, I'm going to give it 4.5 stars, the same as Silo. What do you give it, Captain Rickster?
I'm gonna give it a 4.40.
Less than me.
Mhm.
Usually you're higher than my
Yeah,
rating.
but this, like you said, as you were telling me, it looks like
I have
Margaret's
some issues.
fake.
I have some
than it was
issues
real.
with the special effects on this episode. There's a lot of it was good, but there were parts of it I didn't like.
Yes.
The show I loved, but at the very beginning when they were doing like around when they showed Jupiter's station and stuff, and you saw the Enterprise, I felt like I was looking at a game.
Yeah.
I go, that looks like, did they not finish it? And this looks like some sort of game rendering or something like that. And it's like, it wasn't very good. And then it was later when we saw other special effects, like when they were on that other planet,
Mhm.
that background was great. When we saw the ship that took off and right when she says, I wonder what they're doing, we saw it leave the atmosphere. That shot was great. But the ending effects weren't that great either. When the Klingon battle cruiser showed up, I thought it didn't look that good.
Yeah,
It looked
yeah.
cheap.
Yeah, it did.
And they showed the previews from last season and the effects were way better. What happened, Star
know.
Trek?
Really.
What's going on? Did you cut the budget or something?
They must have.
But I still gave it 4.5 stars because everything else was great.
Yes.
The music was great.
I like
The
all
acting was good, except for the
that. Klingon.
that Klingon. That Klingon who was the captain of that battle cruiser. He was
Yeah.
very
Wishy-washy.
average. He wasn't that good. The other Klingon that was drinking the blood wine was great.
Yes.
On that challenge. The other Klingons were good as well. It was a good story. I love Star Trek. Who doesn't?
That's true.
But what is going on with those effects?
That's a good question.
You still got 4.5 stars. But yeah, it picks off where they're at this Jupiter station, and they arrested his number one.
Yep.
Captain Pike's number one was arrested because she's a certain species or whatever, and she didn't disclose it on her application to Starfleet. So now she was arrested, and they're trying to get her to do a plea deal, and he takes off to go on a shuttle back to Earth from Jupiter
Mhm.
to try to convince them that how important she is and she doesn't need to go to jail and yada yada yada. So Spock is in charge. He's the temporary captain of the Enterprise, and they receive a distress call from the other lady who left to help out. So I know, even though she was the one to save everyone.
Yeah.
I know, it's ridiculous. So I'm kind of liking this Spock, even though he's more human. He's acting more human than Leonard Nimoy's Spock.
Well, you remember he's half human and half
He
Vulcan.
was, but the other versions of Spock in the other movies and other versions, he wasn't this human. He's almost too human. But I like it. I like the actor's portrayal in it. It's interesting. It's different. I like Nurse Chapel. I love the other doctor.
Mhm.
I love the Ortegas. I love her. I love everything about this. When they were trying to get him to do his thing, what's your thing?
Yeah, that was cool.
Mine is vamoose, but you got to have your thing. What's your and he said, I'd like it to go now.
Yeah. Then I went.
That was funny. Oh, that's a good point. Mike is making a good point. Mike is saying he's younger in this series than any other ones.
That's true.
So he's growing into more of his aliens. That's a good point. Okay. I buy that. But I like it. I like this character.
Yes.
I think he's doing a great job. So yeah, so basically they go. He steals the Enterprise.
Yeah, he does.
And then there's this other alien who's was auditing the ship or whatever, who teaches as well at the academy, and she catches on that they're stealing the Enterprise, but she wants to be a part of it. She's great, that lady.
Yeah.
She's. You didn't see the ending. You need to see it later. You just missed it. But she talks at the end about how this is why I want to get out, because it's when you live a life that's forever, it's boring. She says right at the end. That was so cool. Yeah. She is she's one of my favorite new ones. It's a great show. I can't wait to see next week. But guys, work on the effects. Maybe they didn't have enough time.
Probably, yeah.
Work on the special effects better. I don't want it to look like a game. I could play a game. I don't need to. I want to get those effects better, guys.
Well,
and then
supposed to be a new Star Trek game coming out.
They're having some a lot. There's a whole bunch of Star Wars games coming out too.
That's right. Yes.
That look really cool too.
Better get your credit card ready so you can buy them all.
Yeah. Don't tempt me, Captain Rickster.
Well, I'm going to tempt you. I'm going to watch you play them.
Yeah. Well, I'm still been playing that the Jedi Survivor. I don't have time. I'm working too much. I get the busiest at the window company that we run in the summer, so it's hard for me to play that game. So I'm not even that far into it. Got to get back on it. But I also got to study because I'm taking that test again.
Yes.
I passed the law portion of the test for the new contractor license, but I didn't pass the General B side. So I'm trying to get a new license. So, okay.
You've got to get that.
I'm going to get it. I'm taking it in 2 weeks. The last part of it, I passed half of it already. Yes, Mike, I know you've been playing that game. Have you finished it, Mike? Has anybody finished Jedi Survivor? Green Leader, if you're still there, have you finished Jedi Survivor yet? So that'd be cool if you have. Anyway, that's enough of Star Trek. Next week, we can't wait to see what we didn't have time to go see Transformers, but we're going to try to see that this week. Is there any other movies coming out in the next week? I think Dial of Destiny
at the end of the month
comes out on the end of the month. So
I do believe Mission Impossible is coming out this next weekend.
Yeah, Mission Impossible. We could try to see that, but we need. But the other one's more sci-fi. Transformers.
I have no idea.
But Mike said he finished. Mike said he finished the game. He said it was awesome.
Oh wow!
So
you got more time, Mike, than he does. And I don't have a PlayStation, so.
Well, I
or a Game Boy or whatever.
I have Xbox. I bought this one on Xbox, but I have both.
I don't even have an Xbox even.
Okay, so here we go. Let's do the unboxing, everybody. It's the boxing is going to be Antok Merrick, and on the back it says Antok Merrick commands Yavin 4 starfighters before the Battle of the Death Star, flying as Blue Leader. Blue Leader is Antok Merrick. Here we go. Let's get this opened.
You can do it. You can do it.
Yeah, I didn't pre-open it like I normally do.
Yeah, the last minute thing.
So I'm tearing it up a little bit. Oh, by the way, we're still going to have that giveaway.
Yeah.
We wasn't able to give it away last week, but maybe we'll save it right before I go to London. We'll do that giveaway. We still have the toy for the giveaway. We're still going to do it. So we had so many technical problems. We apologize for last week. And we did a quick 7-minute video, but it kept going in and out. So we just stopped it. Here we go. Antok Merrick. Here we go. Dun, dun, dun. It's beautiful. Blue Leader. Okay. It's kind of cool looking. I like this outfit. Blue's my favorite color, so this would look cool. I like to get a blue outfit like this. Let's try the that articulation's not very good on the legs. Yeah, it's okay. It's so. The arms are always great on these things. Got to get used to this camera and where it's at. I mean, it's a typical flight suit that they all have. So for this is not orange, it's blue. And what's a nice flight suit? Go ahead. Mike, yeah, he does. He has a nice mustache. It's kind of cool. And the helmet's nice, of course. It's a blue. He's the blue leader, so his helmet's blue, like his thing's not focusing very good today. It's a nice helmet.
Yeah.
It's not focusing well. But it's a cool helmet. You put the helmet on. Let me see if it goes on. Oops. Messing up his mustache.
Yeah, don't mess up his mustache.
This thing is crazy. Go over his nose.
Paint that mustache brown.
It's like wanting to choke his mouth. It's craziness. Go down. I guess that's where it does go. It goes over his mouth because it's for breathing, I think. Or looks pretty good. It's pretty good. It's a nice figure. He doesn't really have any. He has one little blaster pistol. There you can see it better.
Well, that's all he needs.
I guess so, because he's inside a starfighter, right?
How else can he put his weapon? Where else can he put his weapons at in a starfighter?
Well, yeah, he's got no holster for it in his flight suit at all. So I know Mace. I had a holster in the back right here to put my blaster on the back. Here I had a gun holster on my back. He doesn't have one at all. Okay, as you know, at All for Sci-Fi, we have a rating system just like the movies, 0 to 5 stars. 5 stars is the best. I'm going to give Antok Merrick. I like this figure, so I'm going to give it 4.5 stars. Everything's 4.5 stars today. What's the matter with you, Eric? Well, you sound like a broken record.
Well, you are. I'm gonna get a 4.45.
Oh, this time you did it. You almost said less, and then you changed it.
Well,
so what is it?
I almost said 4.50, but then I changed it to 4.55.
Yeah, I know why you changed it.
Well, because you like promote violence and kids watch these shows, so.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
Not that many. I like the blaster. It's kind of cool looking. It is cool. Yeah, it's kind of a cool looking blaster here. So Captain Rickster gives it 4.55 stars. I give it 4.5 stars. It's a chin strap.
Yeah, it's a chin
it
strap.
Needs to go down further. It's over his mouth. He's gonna. It's still not down low enough. There we go. Almost. He's got a big chin and
a small mouth.
He's got a pretty mouth. No, I'm just joking.
He loves that mustache.
It is a nice mustache, but the chin strap just doesn't want to do what you want it to do. And then I keep messing it up. Look, it's messed up. Oh, well. I tried. I give up. Okay, let's talk about the Flash. That's why everybody came today, to hear about the Flash. Sorry, guys, I made you wait 30 minutes to get to the Flash. But Captain Rickster, we only see your hat. We only see your hat. Does he have a head? Put your head up. There you go. You're live on camera. You should never keep your head down like that.
I got chin strap on.
I had it on before you did that anyway.
I got a little better than what he did. So it's not too much better.
I'm sure. No, it's not. Looks exactly like it did when I set it down.
Well, it's crooked.
Okay.
It's like his head.
Here we go, guys. Let's do this. The Flash. Who has seen The Flash? We saw it yesterday when
we did.
Oh, I think it opened Thursday night though, but technically sort of opening day.
Yeah.
Let's give the rating. Okay.
Sure. I'm waiting.
At All for Sci-Fi, the rating 0 to 5 stars. I'm going to give The Flash. I'm going to give it 4.35 stars. What do you give it, Captain Rickster?
I'm going to give it a 4.40.
Oh, a little more than me. I liked it. I liked elements of it. You guys got to just give it some time to get the movie going, and then you'll love it. But about 45 minutes to an hour into the movie, I was saying to myself, this is ridiculous. If this keeps up, I can't sit here for another hour or an hour and a half. If this keeps doing this for another 20 minutes, I'm getting the hell out. I almost walked out of the movie theater. I actually did. And I haven't thought about walking out of a movie theater in a long time. And as you know, I'm very optimistic. I'm the glass half full type of guy, but they just were going on and on and on with this running thing. And it was like, they had this opening scene where he was communicating with Batman, and he's basically Batman's making him pick up his dirty laundry while he does the more exciting stuff. And he's always cleaning up after the Bat. And the nice appearance by Wonder Woman.
Oh, yeah.
That was nice right at the end of that scene, but it was kind of ridiculous. The slow, how he runs fast. They were trying to simulate how he runs faster than everybody else, and everybody else is in like slow motion. So they had this ridiculous scene, and it had some fun moments, like he saved the babies, the dog, the dog too,
and the nurse,
and he put one of the babies in the microwave.
That was cool.
Basically, this building's collapsing.
Hospital, actually.
This hospital's collapsing, and it has all the in the baby area. And all the babies fly out the window, like 6 or 8 of them, with the nurse and the microwave and the dog and everything else. And he's trying to save them, but he's running out of energy. So he's like looking around in slow motion, trying to find some calories. Otherwise, he can't move faster. And that kind of was a fun part, but it just felt overdone. All that stuff felt overdone. It felt a little contrived. It felt a little bit too comic book y, if that's a better word for it. Is that a good word? Comic booky?
No, I would comic bookish.
Bookish. It was too much. And but once it got into the storyline and it calmed down, I think it happened when Batman came. Our Batman, Michael Keaton showed up.
Yeah.
Because after that, he's thinking about his life and he gets upset and he runs so fast. He kind of runs through into the multiverse thing in time. He runs so quickly that happened. When that happened, it was. And then this creature, I thought it was a time creature or something, like maybe a timekeeper or something, pushed him into one of the multiverses. And it was in the one that his mom's still alive.
Yeah.
He was just so upset about what happened to his mom. He wanted her to live. And I get that. All that part was very emotional, beautiful, great acting.
Yep.
It just took a while to get into the heart of the story. Once it did that, it became almost a 5-star movie, the rest of it. And all the Easter eggs right near the end, you guys got to really pay attention, because they had the original Superman, the very first one in it, George Reeves. Then it had Christopher Reeves in it. Then you remember how it was rumored that Nicolas Cage was going to play Superman.
Right,
they had a Superman version of Nicolas Cage.
Yep.
And then they had Christopher Reeve in it, and the original Supergirl in it. They had it was great. And the girl who played Kal-El's cousin, who was there to protect her, that version of her was great.
Yeah,
Great. Everything was, once it got going, you really liked it. And then General Zod showed up, and all that was great. I mean, it just took a while to get going, and I'm glad I stayed, because it really became a 5-star movie after that. So just stick with it, enjoy it, and be taken away.
They had all the original Batman characters there too.
Yeah, I mean, really pay attention at the end, because there's so many Easter eggs you might not be able to keep up with all of it. You might have to watch it again. And the end credit scene was great with Jason Momoa.
Oh yeah,
Momoa. Aquaman, that because he kept talking about Aquaman the whole thing, and all the little tidbits, like in the universe where his mom survives. In that universe, Eric Stoltz never gets fired, and he plays Marty McFly. He's
Right.
Marty McFly, and lots of things were different, you
Yeah, a
know,
lot of
in
things
his
different,
that
yeah.
version, which was the way they did that was cool. It's
Mhm.
like he was in a different multiverse where things were different, yet things were. And the way Michael Keaton explained multiverses in spaghetti,
was awesome. Oh yeah, I know. Huh?
you gotta be kidding me! It was great.
But it was great. That part was really good.
I mean,
liked it.
you know, maybe I'm being hard on this movie. I'm still give it over 4 stars, so maybe I'm not. But it's not a 5-star movie, but at moments it was.
Mhm.
It got better. I only downgraded a little bit because it upset me in the beginning of it, and I'm being brutally honest about that and raw about what I'm saying here. But again, go watch it. Watch it, and the effects are great too.
Oh yeah,
they were
the
great.
effects were great. Yes.
Go watch it,
And so was the music.
yes. Oh, the music.
Oh,
was,
they played some good oldie music there for a minute.
all the music was good, even the orchestrational music,
Yeah.
and you really felt for Barry and his mom. He had to let go of his mom, and that was a beautiful moment. And it was such a great. It was a good movie. It really touched me at the end. You know, it started to shed a tear about what was going on. Go watch it. Just it takes a little bit to get going, and it's kind of ridiculous. The opening parts are ridiculous. That's why I almost walked out. It was kind of crazy, but you might like that.
Yeah.
So maybe it's not my cup of tea, but yeah, enjoy it.
But I see why the movie cost so much to make because they had so many visual effects people.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god! It was. I mean, the list after people, and going down as the credits were going up, you could see there's a whole lot of people.
Well,
visual
yeah,
effects thing.
Captain Rick's not used to seeing all the credits, but we waited to see the end credit scene, which is very cool. It was very cool scene. It was funny. And I was gonna ask you, Captain Rickster, too. Is Barry like this in the comics?
Yeah.
He's kind of quirky.
Kind of quirky, yeah.
Interesting.
Well, remember he's a young kid, he's a teenager.
Because the CW version, that Flash was very different than
Well,
this
he's a little
Flash.
older.
Very different.
Yeah, but in the comic book series, he's actually a young teenager growing into manhood.
Okay.
And
Gotcha.
he's reaching manhood
Mm.
about not in this movie, but in other later issues, he becomes an adult.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Guys, love it. Love it. Go see it. 4.35 stars. You gave it 4 and what quarter? 4.4
4.4, yeah.
or 4.5 or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Around there somewhere.
Yeah. It's great. So that's pretty much it this week. Next week we're gonna have Silo again. I think is it the finale or we're on episode 8?
Or episode
There's
9.
10. So there's 2 more of Silo.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see Star Trek Strange New Worlds. He mentioned maybe we'll definitely review Transformers next week as well. We'll be a couple weeks behind, but there's just too much to review right now. And again, we're lucky to have this much sci-fi, guys.
Especially right now.
We created All for Sci-Fi for the review all sci-fi, and look at how many things we have to review every week.
Yeah, a lot.
It wasn't like this when we started 2 years ago.
No, it wasn't.
But
2 years? 2.5 years.
No, a little over 2 years. I think it was in May It's just we just hit our 2-year anniversary, I think. Huh. I mean, it's online. It says it on YouTube. You can check it out on our YouTube channel. It says when we started it. But we're grateful every week to see you guys. Mike, we can't wait to hang out with you at Disneyland.
Yeah, definitely
and don't forget everybody in London that I'm going to be there at the show, and I'll be bringing some of the scripts too. I can't bring too many because they're too heavy.
That's
so
true.
they're going to be very limited. So make sure you get over there to get one before they're gone.
And make sure you pick up these pins.
They're almost gone.
Pick
I only have a couple of those left.
So don't forget these pins here.
Yep, there's not very many.
Pick these up. You see, these are a limited edition.
Yeah,
pins.
there was only 100 of them, and I only have a few left now.
And don't forget to pick up his music while you're at it too. There.
No, that we got
that
plenty
would be
of.
good. But it's great music.
All right, and that's not a commercial for me, but guys,
it's commercial.
we'll see you next week. Remember, like we say at All for Sci-Fi, do one act of kindness this week because we think it makes somebody else might see it and they might do something nice for someone. It doesn't have to be giving to charity, giving money away. It doesn't have to be, doing some physical labor like mowing a lawn or taking out the trash or carrying groceries for an old lady. It could be just simply picking up the phone and calling a friend you haven't talked to since high school. Maybe it might be their week where they were having a bad week, and it might make their day, their week, their year, their decade if you haven't talked to them in that long.
That's definitely true.
Remember, the force is with us always. Live long and prosper, and may God bless you.
All right, people. Have a great weekend. Enjoy tomorrow, which is Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, everybody.
Everybody out there. And then we'll have a great time. And just, come back next week. Be safe.
We'll see you next week. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
The following feature presentation is part of the All for Sci-Fi podcast.